Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Algorand, aka Algo. So let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So first off, I just want to ask you guys to smash that like button. I just want to see how many likes this video can actually get, because I know that Algorand videos don't necessarily, do very well on this channel compared to my other ones, and it's, I understand it, because again, like, Algorand is probably one of the most overlooked gems in the space. As we have been ranging, I have been watching Algorand closely at around like this 30-some cent range. And it's crazy to me that this is so overlooked in regards to like not only the technology stack around Algorand, but also like the team around it as well. And, we have been making some major announcements from Algo as well, in regards to, adoption, innovations, development. Like, it's actually insane. Now, also, in regards to tokenomics around, Algorand, we are at 70%, supply out there released, and only 10 billion max supply. And you might be wondering, like, only 10 billion? Like, that's crazy. Like, it's 10 billion tokens. But I want you guys to understand that we're comparing this to other ISO tokens. A lot of these other tokens, like XLM, XRP, even XDC, for an example, a lot of these assets get talked about on a daily basis. They get thrown around as like the most bullish assets. XRP is like the spotlighted one, and of course it's for good measure. But Algorand kind of just gets thrown to the side, and I think that people ignore the fact that like Algo for the longest time has been included in regards to like the ISO ecosystem in regards to like 2022. But also like Algorand has insane upside potential. Remember, right? Like, XRP hit nearly $2. It was roughly a market cap of almost $100 billion. It was $96.7 billion in market cap. Now, compare this to where Algorand would actually be at in regards to a price figure at that market cap, a 42x opportunity, almost $14. That's insane if you think about it. Okay, and that's not even talking about like XRP's market cap at roughly like $3.84. I think it was like $130 billion. Just to kind of show you guys where we would be at in regards to like $130 billion market cap, we'd almost be at $20, an upside of 57x. That's crazy. Now, do I think that this is actually pretty conservative, or do I think that it's realistic? Yeah, I think it is. We don't know exactly when. But honestly, like, even at like $5, this is actually a pretty good, investment vehicle. 15x, almost a $35 billion market cap. But remember, like, at the current range in this market, like even XRP, for an example, going off of XRP's current market cap of $16.4 billion, for an example, we'd have an upside of 638%. We'd be worth $2.35 instead of XRP's. I don't know what XRP is trading at right now. I think it's like around like 34 cents. Which is exactly the same range that Algorand is, trading at too. So it's crazy to me how undervalued Algorand actually is compared to other ISO tokens, and it does not get talked about nearly enough. Now let's actually talk about a few things around Algorand. So this is their ecosystem announcement page. Like, this is what happened in the year of 2022 alone. So here we had the first announcement. The Drone Racing League and HiveMind's Playground Labs partnered to launch first play to earn, crypto sports game on Algorand blockchain. Pretty large, right? I mean, like, again, like, when we look at some of the categories around crypto, gaming for the most part is not like at a major stepping stone just yet. I don't know why this went to Terra Luna when I clicked categories. I apologize. But again, like, I think that for the most part, like, a lot of these categories, a lot of people kind of put a spotlight on like NFTs, the metaverse, and stuff like that. But if we click the category page over here and we come down to gaming, I don't know why CoinMarketCap is like glitching out and like taking forever right now. But if we do scroll down and we look at gaming, I know that it's somewhere down here next to like the metaverse and stuff. It's actually a pretty large market, and it's sitting at about roughly $10.5 billion in market cap. A lot of these tokens within this sector alone, are just like the main ones. Like, for example, like Mana is like the main one here, holding about like $1.6 billion in market cap. The Sandbox holding about like $1.5 billion. But for the most part, like, these tokens up here are the ones that did massive, movements in ROI, but also percentages during like 2021 and even 2020. But it kind of like shows me like, listen, Algorand has incredible technology. They have an incredible team, so they're not going to just launch these, basic games that are kind of just sporting like, bare minimum graphics, which I think is like the major issue around the gaming sector, around like crypto. I think that that's why we haven't seen like mass adoption of a lot of these games within like the gaming sector, because of like the poor graphics around them. To me, I actually look forward to seeing a lot of these games actually launch on Algorand, because again, like this is from Drone Race League. This is like the game that we have been talking about just in this video alone. I know that this video is going to look a little choppy. Just, mind me, like this is Twitter, so like quality is not going to be a major like spotlight here. But look at so let me actually turn this down. So as you guys do see, like this looks pretty realistic in regards to like graphic wise. Like the graphics are pretty legit compared to most other, again, like games that we see in this sector. Now, this is a play to earn game on Algorand, and like I said, you see Algorand's logo everywhere within this. But I think that this is great, and I think that the gaming sector needs to be disrupted by things like this. Now, also, this was not the only announcement of 2022. We've seen so much more, as you guys do see here, like, Emerge America's partnered with, Algorand, for the 2022 Global Startup Showcase. Here's another tokenization tools sort of use case from WizKey. We do see its official Algorand wallet is now Para Wallet. Lottery.com advances Project Nexus with selection of Algorand to power blockchain-based gaming platform. Again, like the gaming sector from Algorand is definitely growing in regards to adoption. Algorand and New Jersey and New York Gotham FC signed historical tech partnership. LimeWire selects Algorand blockchain for the relaunch of its digital collectibles marketplace. Again, legendary hip hop artist DMC teams up with a song that owns itself to launch a new track co-owned with fans titled Millionaire or Million Scars, driving to deeper engagement and opportunities for co-ownership with fans. And then, of course, the FIFA announces partnership with blockchain innovator Algorand. Now, of course, this was not the only thing that we've seen. Like, there's also Algorand, announcements as well. And, we've seen like a few. Like, here's just like three from, Algorand specifically. This is, of course, talking more so about like development around Algorand, like in regards to like the network. Like, here's from March 2nd, Algorand network upgrade expands smart contract functionality with contract-to-contract calls, releases, post-quantum, secure keys for trustless cross-chain interoperability. And then, of course, their blog itself really kind of breaks down all of this as well. But like I said, we are not short of announcements from Algorand. Like, we've seen some major development happen just in this year alone, and it really kind of, really plays into their mission. Remember, Algorand's mission here is to kind of just disrupt and have mass adoption of this network and crypto. For an example, we do see down here, a world where everyone creates and exchanges value efficiently, transparently and securely. Our mission, global trust through decentralization, simple designs that drive adoption by billions of people, elegant technology that eliminates barriers to prosperity for all. And of course, you can see their values and stuff. Now, I know that like this is like bare minimum in regards to like what we do see around like their vision, but to me, like we are already kind of getting to that point. Just recently, there was a talk around Algorand, and here we have, as the morning, Reach Lang, has onboarded 6,900 programmers to the Algorand space. We do see CTO at Algo Foundation, John Allen Woods, is about to shake things up, providing all sorts of development and or development tools and resources. And this is from their new talk from like Reach platform. They basically had this, talk or discussion, if you will, about like the future of Algorand. It's very bright. And again, like I've always said, I love the teams behind these projects. And I have done my research on Algorand for well over now like 2 years. And the team still is very impressive. Like, not only are all of the names that are, really kind of connected with the Algorand community and ecosystem very, very, insane, but also like the experience that they do, provide is very, crucial as well. I've always talked to you guys a little bit about Silvio. Silvio is like the founder of Algorand, but also like his experience and where he comes from is truly impressive. I've shared with you guys this about like Gilbert Verdian with Quant as well, or like even like the names with like Ripple around like for example Brad Garlinghouse. We talk more so about like Chris Larson, and we really kind of talk about the teams around these projects because it is crucial to the success of the projects as well, and it really kind of shows you where we are headed. And of course, like, this is one name of many on the Algorand team base point, but I share with you Silvio all the time because Silvio has a very, very impressive background behind him, especially around like technology. He is, a recipient of the Turing Award in, computer science, and of course many other rewards as well. I mean, like, this is what gives me confidence around my investments. Not only the team continuously building and expanding, but also the team itself. And, in regards to expansions, we did see also BC Game. Now, this is a very large, I think it's like a betting site more so. As you guys do see, they have roughly 85,000 or 82,000, followers. I thought it was like around like 85, but this is like crypto, casino, and sports betting. Again, very large. In regards to like the followers that they do have. And of course, we just seen them announce 2 days ago now. We are excited to announce Algorand. Algorand is now available on BC Game. We're giving away $100 worth of Algo to 10 lucky winners in 72 hours. Obviously, like, this is still going on if you guys do want to go check it out. But to me personally, like, things like this help allow for a lot more volume and adoption of Algorand. Again, it really kind of plays into their vision, again, going back to like, adoption of Algorand in regards to like even crypto as well. So you love to see things like this. Now, also, one last major thing that I do want to talk about is we also seen confirmation that we will see more announcements around the FIFA and Algorand partnership. No, not just because we've seen a tweet, but also in regards to the talks around Algorand in regards to like technology, where we are headed in regards to like adoption as well. We've seen, the FIFA partnership come up multiple times, and we do see down here decentralized, scalable, secure blockchain of the future, accessible to all people everywhere. And I've said like multiple times that the FIFA partnership is something fairly large. And it's very simple. Like, I think that these use cases, these adoptions that we are seeing are very simple in their own sense. Like, I think that the FIFA, partnership is something pretty, like, large in its own sort of variety, if you will. Like, a lot of people will look at this and say, like, all right, well, this is really nothing. But I think that this is exactly what we actually need in crypto, is more so partnerships that will lead to retail adoption. Because, again, like, there's not a lot of retail-specific use cases around a large amount of these assets. This is also why I said, like, when we look at Solana, for example, doing, like, roughly 100+ X opportunity, or even I think it did more than 100X move. The reason why Solana did so well is because it catered to the retail individual. It marketed itself to the retail individual. So when we look at something like the FIFA partnership from, Algorand, I think that this is great, and I think that it's something special in its own way, simply because like it is focusing on the retail individual, and also it's basically getting into an area where, the exposure to the retail individual itself and retail investor is fairly large. So you love to see things like this, and again, it's playing directly right into their mission statement. And this is also why I've said, like, Algorand to me is easily, and I say easily, going into the next bull cycle, a $5 plus token. Like, the upside on this, I know like $5 is like bare minimum. I want to be fairly conservative with it. I don't want to say like, hey, are we going to do like a 100x opportunity run on it? Because, is it possible? Sure, anything is possible in crypto. But I just don't want to get your guys' hopes up around things like that. But when we really kind of look at Algo and we look at it on the chart, I just seen it. I just went past it by an accident. Where is it now? I just like completely lost where I was. Oh, there we go. At number 28. When we look at the all-time high that we recently just hit, I think it was like around like almost like, yeah, so it was like roughly $2.40. It's an easy 2x from there on the next bull run. So like $5 would make sense, but I'm really kind of looking at that $10 plus. I think that $10 plus on Algo is pretty conservative. I think that's realistic as well. Like, even if the total supply was out there, like, this would be a $100 billion market cap. And again, a large amount of like the top 10 to top 25 assets have come close to or even hit or even went over a $100 billion market cap. And I think that a lot of people really kind of like compare a lot of these tokens to like Ethereum, for example. Is the Ethereum market cap of like roughly $142.4 billion, pretty conservative for a lot of these tokens? Sure, it is. But should we be expecting that in the next run? Not exactly, but is it possible? Sure, it is. A $20 Algorand is possible. So with that in mind, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are on this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.